Hi everyone, welcome. This is Lisa from Vertical Drama Queen, and today we're talking to the stars of Coming of Age. We've got Erin Kuykendall and Luca Pietro. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. I just wanted to ask firstly, what made you get into verticals in the first place?
You go first.
Well, okay, so I got back into acting about a year and a half ago. I did theater and musical theater when I was a little kid for about like 5-6 years. Simply my manager put me onto them. I wanted to act. I wanted any opportunity that came to me, and verticals just so happened to be popping at the perfect time. So I would say we're both very lucky to be doing these, but yeah, it was just my manager. That's how I heard about him.
Yeah, for me, it was the first project I ever booked was a vertical. About a year and a half ago, it was the second one that Candy Jar ever did. So they were still learning like what they were too. And actually all of us showed up on set. I was with Nick Puya, and we thought it was a feature like film thing or like a short film or something. And then we realized it was a vertical. And so we were learning on set what exactly it was. And then ever since then, Candy Jar has been keep calling me back for more roles, which has been such a blessing. And I'm trying to move into other production companies as well. So that's the goal right now. It's such a blessing, like to get to be like a lead in a story, as often as we get to.
Yeah, and I feel like Candy Jar is next level with their storytelling. So you've landed on your feet there.
Yes, I'm so grateful that they booked me like a year ago. Amazing, yeah.
I mean, I only heard the lore of Candy Jar. Like, I never had the pleasure of working for them, until I did. But yeah, the production value of Candy Jar is just next level. I mean, even being on set, like in person, you can feel it. It's different. A lot of money they put into it, a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of technicalities. But it was even though there was a decent workload, it was very easy on us. They made us feel very at home. Had no problems with them. God bless.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They treat their actors so well. It's amazing, yeah.
That's really good to hear, because the end product is such a great watch. Like Coming of Age is going to go down for me as one of the best young adult verticals ever.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dang.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and I think because it just harks back to all those great rom-coms or teen rom-coms of the early 2000s. Like there's just such a great energy.
Yes, our director, Maria Prieto, she had been trying to pitch, I think she was telling me, early 2000s, like aesthetic vertical for a while, and they finally said yes to doing it for Coming of Age. And when she asked me if I wanted to audition for it, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that would be so much fun. And I think that the Y2K like really just put it to the next level and sets it apart from other YA verticals out there.
Yeah, and I am a lot older than you guys, so I actually was around that age in 2004. No, actually, I was a bit older. But the little butterfly clips and the fashions and stuff are just such good memories. I had a whole packet of those, not packet, what do you call it, container full of them back in the day. What's something that you've learned about performing in verticals that really surprised you, like compared to other acting experiences?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure every other actor and actress would agree with me on this. It's the pacing. It's so fast, and you got to know your lines like on the dot, because there's very, very strict schedule, and everyone's trying to get home. Everyone's trying to complete the project. So, compared to like a mainstream projects, you'll work on 1 to 2 scenes like a day. Can you agree, right? Like it's very, very technical. They get what they want when they need it. But for verticals, yeah, you just got to be very quick. You got to have energy, you got to know what you're doing. So I would say that's the biggest one right now, just the workload.
Yeah. And you have such little time to like prepare to do any character work or like work with the script, line memorization. Like we're often like memorizing lines like in the costume chair in between scenes and stuff. And you only get like 1 to 2 takes of each like coverage. So you have to just be ready and like not be afraid to take risks a lot as well, because
Yeah.
you know, want to give a good performance, but you only have a couple chances. So that's been the biggest learning experience, like working on them, is just being as prepared as I can, and feeling good about, you know, a performance or a line delivery in only 1 or 2 takes. Yeah.
Great
So
practice.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you build up the chemistry and rapport with your co-stars in such a short period of time? Because I'm assuming they just throw you straight into busy scenes, like get that over and done with before you even know the person.
But they started recently doing, or they did for us at least, I think they do it now more often. We had a rehearsal day, and then we had a dinner with the director and the producer, just to get to know each other. So that really helped, because we had never met before. I mean, we met at the chem read, but that was for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we like just got to know each other at that dinner and the rehearsal, which helped a lot. But with verticals, it's really up to us to get to know each other and like build the chemistry in as little time as we have. So yeah.
Sometimes they'll pull like a first day intimacy scene on, you know, I'm like, a lot of people can vouch for that. And I mean, you know, it can be uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, both parties know it's a job and you have to get it done. Every person I've met has been a decent person in the least, you know, so I haven't come across any problems yet. But yeah, for coming of age, we did have a dinner. There was a quick greeting, meet and greet to get to know each other. We did have dinner. It was easy. It was easy.
Speaking of meet and greets, how was your Verticon experience, Luca?
Oh, that was amazing. That was, yeah, I'm humbled. I'm humbled for sure. The fans were great. I loved hearing all their stories. Some of them were sad, which I didn't know how to take sometimes, because I've a couple other actors said this as well. It's like you don't really realize the impact you have until you hear it from other people. And for me, I mean, I'm still young, so I didn't know that I could have an impact on someone older than me in an emotional way. So it was very nice to see and hear.
Yeah, I think you'll find that a lot of people watching verticals are dealing with so much that it's their form of escapism.
Right.
And so, yeah, whether or not they see themselves in a character or a storyline, or if it's just, you know, something to take their mind off the day, you know, you're making an impact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was surprising. It was surprising.
And I do feel like coming of age is going to be like a comfort watch too for a lot of people, because there's a distinct lack of violence in it. I mean, there's one justified punch in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the whole, it's nice and light and just refreshing. Yeah.
Especially that's what I love, because, you know, storylines have been getting, you know, more violent in the vertical world. And I think it's really important for production companies like Candy Jar, and like Big Lou does a lot of like fun, upbeat ones as well, to stories that are feel good and romantic. Yeah, so I think that's what I really love about this story as well.
I think they really wanted to hit the nostalgia mark with this one.
Yeah.
You know, hence the music and the outfits. So yeah, it's definitely a comfort watch.
Definitely.
People back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually did make a note about the soundtrack. The soundtrack was great. Like, it really added to the whole experience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you this is like much further down in our list of questions, but we're talking about music. So do you think if Chelsy and Nathan made a mixtape, like what kind of songs would be on it? We
have some songs that we would talk about on set, about like what they would be listening to. So like there's a scene where they practice dancing. And like to get into the moment, our director played Fade Into You by Mazzy Star. So that's one of them. We were listening to Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. But that's like before 2004. I feel like Nathan and Chelsy like think they're like cool, like, you know, like the old school stuff or whatever. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say just like Backstreet Boys. I call it divorced dad music. I think that's what we listen to, you know, like Stained or like Three Doors Down. Chelsy,
I think Chelsy
listen to like Lady Gaga.
No, she would listen to Avril Lavigne at the time.
Oh, yes,
Avril Lavigne.
Sorry.
And I think her guilty pleasure would be Jesse McCartney at that time, for sure. I think she was listening to, like, what is it? I don't want another pretty yeah, I think that's her guilty pleasure song.
Yeah, like maybe a bit of Jeremy Jordan. Yeah, it's just like, I'm surprised that she didn't have posters on her wall.
I know. I mean, like, they did put posters up, but they couldn't be anything, you know, of like actual reference. It was, you know, fake bands, fake celebrities and stuff.
Yeah. So what made you say yes to coming of age? Was there something about it, or did you see the synopsis and thought, oh yeah, he seems pretty cool?
Well, I mean, I auditioned. It resonated with me, the character, in slight ways, not the whole character. But I mean, I wanted to work. Like, honestly, I wanted to work, and it seemed like not an easy role, but something I could connect to in the slightest, you know, compared to like the billionaire, like CEO role. Like, I'm 21. So for me to play like a 35-year-old billionaire heir, you know, you gotta kind of dig deep for it sometimes. But for Nathan, it seemed pretty chill.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to work. It's fun.
Yeah.
Well, you did well. You did work.
Sorry?
I said you did work. It's fine.
Yeah, I did.
It worked out well.
It worked out well.
Yeah. I was just going to say, you've both played more mature roles before. Like, what was it like jumping back into the teen rom-com with first crushes and experiences and awkward love?
I loved it. Usually younger is my cast type, because I can play, like, I get a lot of auditions for like 13, 14-year-olds. And so like 12 too.
Really?
Yeah, pretty crazy. Wow. So yeah, I was surprised that I was booking the ones with Candy Jar before, because I was playing like 24, 25-year-olds. Which was cool. But I was, you know, I had just wrapped Half My Heart like a couple months before with them. And I was like, oh, I really want to do a high school one, because I saw them doing more, and they also do really well for Jar. And, you know, I was like, I really want that exposure. I want to do a high school one. And then it happened. And so as soon as Maria like sent over like the synopsis, I was like, I have to book this role. And I did. So
yeah. Sorry, the Candy Jar with is it Falling for My Brother's Best Friend?
Yeah.
And Coming of Age, like, yeah, they're doing them so well. And I think there's such a need for that lighter storyline as well. And people always love like the brother's best friend storyline. I don't know why.
Agreed.
It's a good one.
So do you watch a lot? Have you watched a lot of the early 2000s rom-coms, and like, did you draw from that as inspiration from your characters?
I've seen a couple. Like, I've seen 10 Things I Hate About You, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I definitely like got the vibe. I immediately understood the vibe they were going for, as like in particular to like the angles and just certain character traits that Nathan had. You know, got a lot of Heath Ledger notes in there. I forgot his character name, but in 10 Things I Hate About You, it was the same like malicious entity, I guess you would say. But
with a soft heart.
Yeah, with a soft heart. But I wouldn't pin the characters on anyone specific to any early 2000s movie. They were unique, you know, in their own way.
Yeah.
I think the one that I drew on was maybe like Katie Heron from Mean Girls before the glow up, kind of her like awkwardness a little bit. But you know, even after Chelsea's glow up, like, she doesn't change her personality, so that's like where that kind of ended. Yeah.
The montage of you trying on all the dresses and everything, that was so fun. And the little dog was such a crack up.
Yeah, that was an improvised part.
It was a great use of prop. It was excellent. But yeah, I don't know. I find it always hilarious when the girl has the glow up and then no one in the school knows who she is.
Yeah.
Like,
she did look pretty different, you know, post glow up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's one thing from the early 2000s you wish it could make a comeback, and what's one thing that can stay there forever?
Comeback low-rise jeans, and they are making a comeback. I have a lot in my collection. Yeah, love a low-rise. Yeah,
the crop tees making a comeback too, especially for the guys.
Gosh, when guys would wear like cropped tanks, bring those back. Those are awesome.
Agreed.
I would say like what are they? Bleach tips? What are they called?
Oh, the frosted tips.
Frosted tips. I want to rock it so bad, but verticals
You
wouldn't
wanna
accept it.
rock
I know, I'm so serious. Like I've wanted to, but
That's so
Well, look at Jared Staub. He's just gone full blonde.
Mhm.
White.
has he?
Yeah. For a couple of roles, he's dyed his hair completely blonde. It's a total transformation.
Wow.
You can do it. You can do it. Maybe there's a billionaire with frosted tips out there for you.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
To what could stay? I'm not sure right now, honestly.
When girl there was a trend, like I don't remember what era of early 2000s, but wearing like nude matte lipstick. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's just not the vibe. It's just not.
Like the huge smoky eyes with a nude lip.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll make a comeback. Everything's a bit natural at the moment.
Yeah.
So, Luca, Nathan starts off confident and really flirty, like that opening scene with him across the hall, the path between the houses, and he's with another girl, but staring through the window at Chelsy, like that's super confident and flirty. And then we see you slowly morph into a softer, more vulnerable character. So, how did you approach bringing out those layers in the character?
Well, I mean, it all starts with an arc, obviously. So I knew that it had to come in hot. It had to come in very just a delinquent, I guess you could say. And I don't know. I mean, getting to know Chelsy more, looking at her like a little sister, but not really someone that I have to take care of and protect. And I guess, as a guy, that's what you want to do. And I don't know. It was simple to elevate Nathan's character towards the end. It seemed right. It seemed like I don't even know how I'm answering this right now.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, but I think it's also a testament to the script and how it was written. It wasn't like an unnatural like arc for his character, I feel. So
it wasn't difficult to navigate.
Watching that arc was excellent, and I think he had intentions all along when he was asked to help Chelsy figure out her game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he wanted to have fun in the beginning. I
think so.
It was a game to him. He thought Chelsy was attractive, obviously, but he understood the rules with her brother, his best friend. And
you could see that conflict.
Yeah,
I wish we had seen a bit more dynamic between Max and Nathan, to build up.
He softened up. Do
you think do you think Max would have forgiven so quickly in real life?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Do you think Max would have forgiven his bestie in real life that quickly?
I do. Yeah. Nothing terrible really came out of it at the end of the day. Nathan did his job. He did it well, and they seemed pretty happy, I would say.
Yeah.
If Chelsy was happy, then I think Max would abide by it.
Yeah, because I think with their past and their dad passing away, he knew Chelsy needed something to bring a spark back into her life, and that was Nathan. So I think that's why he was so quick to forgive, and you see that in Jack's performance of just switching to see how upset Chelsy was without him, and he was like, wait, this actually is going to make her happy, and that's all he really wanted at the end of the day. So I think that's why he was so forgiving so quickly.
That's good. So speaking of other characters, like Erin, Brad is her longtime crush, which Kate Doppler nailed that character.
My God, it's amazing. I'm obsessed with him. He's so funny.
Yeah, and what was it like playing out that first crush gone wrong storyline? When you find out what the person isn't exactly who you think they are.
I mean, just so relatable. Just growing up as a teenage girl, I had so many moments like that where I was like, oh, I want the star athlete, I want the cool guy, and then I would go in those circles and then get to know them and oh, actually you're not who I imagined you to be. So I could really pull on past experiences with that, and I think a lot of girls can can relate to that of just like wanting love at such a young age and wanting like what they think is the ideal version of love, but what isn't actually, you know, they eventually learn is not for them. Yeah.
Yeah. There were so many funny lines came out of that. Like, I have a friend regularly telling me that protein is power. Like the chicken. She's like, protein is power. Yeah, it is. Okay, but he's eating fried chicken, which is hilarious.
He took so many bites of that. How many?
Oh
how many takes did
so
they do?
many. He had to, and it was ice cold. It smelled awful. So like I didn't even have to act when she's like, ugh, because I was disgusted. I was like, please don't look at me. Like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, big ups to him for going through with that.
Tate's a trooper.
Yeah.
If a guy gave you an autographed photo, how would it make you feel?
I would immediately get the ick. Immediately. And, you know, I think Chelsy did get the ick. I think you can see it on her face. But she was like, I'll try one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's so funny because his character is so erratic to the point where it's just like, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
I'm almost like 99% positive he improv'd that line, because at the end of the scene he would say something different when he exited each time, and I wrote character every time he did it. He said like 5 different things, so I guess they ended up going with "I'll just go fuck myself." Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, so good. That's one of my questions, was there an improv or unscripted moment that made it into the cut? So that's one of them, but were there other moments?
Off the top of my head, the dog one, that was not scripted.
I think everything else was, there's not a lot of room to improvise in these, unfortunately. So if anything improv makes it in, that's pretty cool.
Like, it might be like a little action towards the end. Like, I remember, like, I picked up milk. Like, I picked up the milk, you know, and in the moment I realized that it was symbolic, you know, to his character. I didn't even think of it that way until I was in the scene. I was like, oh, this is very symbolic. Let me just run with this, you know. Milk. You know what I mean?
Do that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But nothing else. Top of my head.
Yeah, I think it's good if they even give you a moment to improv, like, because of your tight timelines. Like, to have that little bit of flexibility is great.
Yeah.
And do you find that in other projects that you've worked on that it's the same, like just to the script, get it done, move on?
It's like, if the script doesn't make sense, then, you know, you as the actor, you got to change it to make sense or shorten it up if it's clunky, or if it's just not grammatically correct in the slightest. I mean, I'm sure we all know, like, a lot of the scripts can be AI. Yeah. So is that case, it makes no sense. So, you know, you'll change it on the day. It's not hard. It's just a simple rephrase. But I would say almost every single platform is lenient towards that, because they want it to sound good, you know.
Yeah. How do you feel about AI in verticals?
Sorry?
How do you feel about AI in verticals?
Well, I mean, it takes the art out of it, but I don't think there's enough writers right now to fill the demand of verticals. So it's probably a problem that they're actively working on a solution for. I know Drama Box. I've worked with a couple writers from Drama Box. Candy Jar writes all their own stuff. Figlu. I won't name the ones that I've worked for that have AI script, but just a little tweak, and that seems to do the trick most of the time, you know.
Yeah.
Other than some of the plot errors, but you can't really do anything about that.
There's a lack of consistency. You've just got to suspend reality when you're watching. Like,
no,
you just accept that it's not going to make sense sometimes.
We joke about it on set all the time. Like, we'll come to a crossroads, whether it be like an intimacy scene or a continuity issue, and we'll just cross it off as vertical world and move on with our day because of the timing issue with scheduling. Like, you don't really have that much time to think about a solution, so you just do it. Hopefully the audience doesn't notice sometimes, but most of the time it is very consistent and do a great job, you know, but there will be a few slip ups. Nothing's perfect.
True. But I've even started seeing AI is very a hot topic at the moment with all the vertical reviewers and a lot of actors as well. But where I've seen the poster image of the vertical, and it's completely AI generated and looks nothing like the actors, so that when you press play, you're like, who's this person? That's not who I was expecting.
Yep, they've done that to me a couple times. Have they done that to you?
No, I mean,
Yeah, your
like
face.
he can really speak on like I think I haven't worked with any of the other companies that use stuff like that, so I can't really speak on it from experience. You keep going with that.
Yeah, no, there have been a couple where my face will look a little uncanny, you know, and I'll have to look back in the mirror and be like, wow, yeah, they did edit my face. But I mean, to be honest, I really don't care. I'm not mad at it. I know they do what they have to do sometimes to get clicks, but I mean, it can make you question, you know, it can make you a tad self-conscious in the moment, but I think we all know reality, and if you don't let it affect you, then it can't really hurt you at the end of the day, you know. But I can understand from a viewer's standpoint how that would be annoying.
Yeah.
But
the other hot topic is violence against women in verticals.
Mm.
And how do you feel playing out those scenes, both as someone who may slap a woman or degrade them or be on the receiving end?
I have not worked on any projects where that has been part of the storyline, but I've auditioned for a lot of projects where that has been the storyline, and it can be a really hard line to toe of like, I really want to work, but I don't always agree with some of the things included. And I think, the production companies just have to be careful with towing the line between kink, kind of like, domination, mafia, violence, stuff like that, and like actual romanticizing women's trauma and women's violence. I think that's where it starts to become like, I don't think this should be something that we celebrate or romanticize. Yeah.
Yeah, completely agreed. I mean, I will say though, I do think it's because of a culture change, because a lot of the production companies are Chinese, and it may be in a more normalized sense that they on how they view it. But look, shout out to all the supporting male leads and all the women leads that do these. Every lead that I've met, it's the most supporting, rather, it's the most uncomfortable thing for them. I played one supporting where I had to degrade my co-star, and it does not feel nice. You know, you try to dumb it down a lot of ways, like, oh, can I just shove her instead of slap her? But you know, they'll check and be like, no, they need this, and it doesn't make you feel good. Doesn't make the co-star feel any better. But yeah, you try to avoid it as much as you can. They're trying. I'm pretty sure there's a prominent issue with the type of scenes they want women to do with the pay they're getting right now. So that's an issue that will be solved hopefully soon. But yeah, I mean, it all goes back to the viewers. If people buy into it, then that's what's going to keep coming. So it really comes down to fans at the end of the day, what they're watching and what they're not, what they become, what they become notorious, what they give recognition. It really comes down to the fans at the end of the day.
I'm pretty sure Candy Jar don't advertise how many views a particular project has gotten.
No.
Hang on, that's Vigloo. You should see how many apps are on my phone. It's ridiculous. No, they don't. Just to give you a clue, right? So we've got.
Oh my gosh, there's that many now.
Wow.
Wow.
That's just the ones I've bothered to put into my phone, into that folder.
Let me see what I got here.
I only have Candy Jar.
Do you watch your own projects?
I do.
I'll watch before the paywall. So I've just got these. These are the apps that I'm on. Just those.
Okay.
I didn't. I did
There's
not know.
so many now. Oh my gosh, it's come so far in 2 years. Like no one knew what it was when I did my first one. It's crazy. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
they send us the full project like for us to view. So
Yeah.
and what I love about Candy Jar is now they'll also film it horizontally just for us, so we can use it in our reel. For like not actual. Let me not. For non-vertical projects, we can use it in our reels to try to book other roles. So yeah, so I watched the full horizontal version when it came out, so it was fun.
I just hate watching myself, to be honest. Like I don't know. I got a case of like a Joe Pesciism. Like I just don't like watching myself. I'm a perfectionist, and I know I'll be too hard on myself, so I don't even bother. But for Candy Jar, they did send me the whole thing. Most of the time they don't send you the whole. For other platforms, they don't send you a link to view it. So for those, I'll watch before the paywall to see, what it looks like, the vibe that it gave off. But for Candy Jar, I did watch the whole thing, and I actually really enjoyed it. I wasn't looking at myself in disgust.
You watched it?
Yeah, I did watch it through the link they sent us.
Oh yeah, nice.
Through email. But yeah. Yeah.
So when someone watches it and then you say, oh, they've paid $30 minimum to watch it for the week, for a week subscription, it's about $30. Yeah. So when you have that many apps, I don't subscribe to all of them at the same time. I bank them up so I can binge watch a few. So yeah, but Candy Jar is one of those ones that a yearly subscription is totally worth it because there's always something good.
Yes.
So a yearly subscription for a vertical app is around $300. So when people are watching your work, they're really invested.
I know it's so nice. I've had friends like pay $20 to like watch Coming of Age. I'm like, oh my gosh, you should, like I would have come over to your house or no, actually let me not say that. No, it's really good that they paid for it. And
you should have had a watch party.
I did. I had a watch party with a few of my close friends.
That's nice. So how much of yourself do you bring to these roles? I mean, as you said, Luca, you're only 21. How do you channel your billionaire energy?
My billionaire energy or my high school energy?
Both. Like, how do you channel?
Well,
like, how much of yourself do you bring to those roles?
So for the billionaires and the heirs and the werewolves and vampires, it's really just acting. I'll try to emulate or gain inspiration from a few characters I've seen. I've watched a crap ton of movies over the last few years, but yeah, I'll just put together 10 of my favorite actors and their best performances, and from all my training over the years, just deliver on these billionaires. It's a whole character. But whereas Nathan in like a high school role, it hits pretty close to home. It does what? Yeah.
You resonate.
I resonate a lot with younger roles because 4 years ago I was in high school, and I'm still friends with a lot of people that act like Nathan and Brad and Chelsea. So there wasn't much acting to it with the atmosphere.
It wasn't much of a stretch.
No.
I was actually going through your IMDb. It's not up to date, by the way, because it seems like every week there's a new Luca vertical on the apps.
Yeah, no, it's not up to date. I think there's like 14 credits on IMDb right now. I've done 18 or 19 so far.
Oh, you've got 18 up here. The most recent one that they've got on there is Beach Volleyball Virgin, but I feel like you've had one released more recently.
Yes.
Than that one?
I would have to double check the title on this. I do have another one coming out soon. I'm not sure what they're going to name that, but it was called Ignited by Mistake. I think that will be.
That could be named anything by the time it's released.
Yes. Yeah, you've no idea until it's released.
That's another thing that I really appreciate about Candy Jar is they're not putting Virgin in the titles.
Yeah.
I know you've got Beach Volleyball Virgin out, which is a very clickbaity title. But yeah, the fact that they give them normal sounding titles is really appreciated.
Yeah, and that's all
Agreed.
because of their sister company, Galatea Stories. You know, all of them are derived from books that authors submit. So they're usually the same title as the book with some plot and character names changed. Yeah.
It's funny you mention that because for beach volleyball they were going to choose a more vulgar title, actually.
Oh, please tell me what it was.
It was going to be I Lost My Virginity to My Stepbrother.
Oh, love.
Like
Classic.
straight up. I mean, spoon feeding to the max. And me and my co-star and I, Jenna, we were like, guys, can we do beach volleyball virgin? And we were hyped when they chose that for the final title, even being what it is.
Yeah,
you know,
because it's hard for actors when you're, you know, when other people, when non-vertical like producers or casting directors are looking at your credits and they see you're in something titled like having sex with my dominant daddy, they think you're working on something that's not, you know, a vertical. So that's not always, you know, ideal.
A lot of soft porn allegations.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say when I was watching Beach Volleyball Virgin and my husband asked me what I was watching and I told him, he's like, "Are you watching porn?"
Yeah.
Oh man.
So when as a reviewer and I'm telling people, "Oh yeah, I watched this great vertical the other day," and I tell them the title, they're like, "What?"
Yep. I try to refrain from my mom finding out about these, but she'll find out. She still supports it, you know, but
Do your parents watch them?
they don't watch them,
Yeah.
but you know, they'll see my reposts.
Yeah.
Nice.
They don't question it anymore.
Because you've had some really good titles, I must say. Like actually one of my favorite ones of yours most recently, Fated Mates with My Enemy Stepbrother. So we've got the stepbrother element in there, but that was a great vertical. Like
super fun to film.
Yeah, it was one of the better werewolf dramas I've watched. So
thank you. We had a writer. We had a writer. We had a writer on that.
Oh yeah, it makes a difference.
It does.
You think? Especially with werewolf lore is quite formulaic. Like there's certain marks you've got to hit, and like they hit everything in that. It was great, but it was still fresh. Like it was still a storyline that I hadn't seen before, which is appreciated.
Yeah, our writer was very passionate about that, and Amber was phenomenal as well.
I feel like we should go back to coming of age because that's the whole reason we're talking. I want to promote the shit out of that vertical. It was so good. So is there a message that you hope fans take away from the storyline of Chelsy and Nathan?
Yes. I think my favorite thing about this story, because, you know, the glow up aspect is super common in verticals. And I think what makes this one different is that Nathan makes it super clear that that whole transformation was just for Brad, not for him, and that he liked her for who she was the entire time. And you see Chelsy like go back to kind of a midpoint at the end between her new style and her old style. And I think that's what the fans should, or watchers should, take away, is that the right guy is gonna love you for you, not who you think you need to change yourself to be. Yeah.
Absolutely. Just be yourself at the end of the day. I mean, that person that you're yearning for, whatever you're trying to be might be the opposite of what they want. So
just gotta be yourself.
Yeah.
That's good advice. That's good advice.
Led Nathan to Chelsy at the end of the day.
Yeah. Do you think there's room for a part 2? I feel like this one could have a part 2, but it did wrap up nicely.
I mean, the problem with these, because they're from books, is that a lot of the ones that have part 2, part 3, part 4s have them because the author has written part 2s and 3s and 4s. And I don't think the author has written a part 2 to Coming of Age. So it would be up to the original author. If she wanted to make a part 2, then maybe, I don't know if Candy Jar is like, because a lot more recently there's been requests for part 2s of stories that don't have a part 2 book. So maybe Candy Jar will start, you know, requesting and working with the authors. But I think part 2 will be, I mean, I don't know what it'd be, maybe like Chelsy's senior year while he's in college or something.
Yeah, Chelsy and Nathan do long distance.
Yeah, do long distance. Yeah.
That would be painful.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So why? There are plenty of ones on Candy Jar that ended in a cliffhanger though, where there is more content to be made from the book. It's just that they stopped it at a point. So I think you guys. So like if you've watched, there's one called Playing Pretend, which is Cayman Cardiff, that just ends on the biggest cliffhanger, and you're like, what the hell? Where's the rest of it? I need closure.
They'll
So
probably do for that one.
I did like how sweet it was at the end though, with the symbol, like the white rose and the fairy lights, and it was all like dreams come true.
Mm-hmm.
That white rose was broken. It was snapped in half. It was holding it together.
Yeah, and my shirt and tie with my leather jacket on as well.
Yeah, because you're badass. You know, you're not wearing a suit.
Yeah.
You're too cool for a suit.
He hasn't washed that jacket in years.
I do have some rapid fire questions for you guys. So, who was your first crush? It can be real or celebrity.
My first like real crush, like who I was like obsessed with, was Dylan O'Brien, specifically in Teen Wolf, and Logan Lerman. My whole camera roll was just pictures and gifs of them back then.
Low key, mine was like Nicki Minaj for a while.
What?
Yeah, it was Nicki Minaj, and then once I saw Margot Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street, everything changed.
So, what do you prefer, love letters or a text message? Have you ever gotten an actual love letter or written a love letter?
Yeah, I've gotten love letters. I love love letters. You know, they're like a physical representation, so those are nice. But I mean, you know, a love text is good too. But I mean, I think love letters are more of a romantic gesture, so I would go with that.
I would say letters are a little cliche, so I would prefer a text message. But I see the appeal.
That's so Nathan of you.
I see the appeal. I would do it for someone, but my preference. I would not want a letter. I'd probably just like throw it on the counter somewhere, and you know, it'd get all ripped up, and I'd be like, oh man, now I can't save it. You know,
it's like she got the gel pens out for nothing. The glitter gel pens.
I know.
Oh dear. Okay, first kiss, awkward or magical?
So awkward.
Magical. Wait, which like personal first kiss or
Either. Because like the one presented in Coming of Age was a very intense first kiss, and not everyone has that kind of experience.
Yeah, my first kiss did not go like that. Oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was doing at all. Yeah. I mean, but it was, I guess it was awkward, and like I didn't know what I was doing, but it was magical because it was like, oh my gosh, first kiss.
Yeah, my first kiss was when I was like 5 years old. I would say it was magical.
Doesn't count.
Well, it does.
Does it?
Yes, it does. 100%. It was I had a crush on her since I was I wasn't UK, but whatever. But yeah, it was cool. I didn't know if you were talking about coming of age or like ourselves. Like it took me like a solid minute to understand what's going on.
It's all good. So, do you have a favorite? Do you prefer rom-coms or teen dramas? Like, if you're going to watch one, do you watch like shows on Netflix and whatnot? Those teen dramas that are out.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. Guilty pleasure, love them. But I like the early 2000s ones more. Like Mean Girls is just like classic. But I also love dramas like YA dramas, like Perks of Being a Wallflower is one of my favorite movies of all time, stuff like that.
I don't watch much rom-coms, to be honest. 10 Things I Hate About You was like one of the 4 that I watched in my life, and I really enjoyed it. But more roms. I'll watch more roms, like La La Land, Notebook, classics. Love them. They're in my top 10 movies of all time.
I've never seen The Notebook.
Do you hear this?
I've never seen. I know. I've also never seen Love Actually, so I probably should have done some research when I was talking about that in the show. But.
Okay, unpopular opinion. I don't like Love Actually.
Okay. Maybe.
Okay, like there's a lot of problematic characters in there for me. There's some iconic moments, but the scene where he's flipping the placards is him actually talking to his mate's wife. So he's telling his friend's wife that he's in love with her.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like Love Actually you could miss out on, but you definitely need to watch The Notebook. That's your homework.
Oh, I can't believe one day I will.
Like Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams, like were perfection in those roles.
Yeah.
I expect you to message me after you've watched it.
Okay. Okay.
I've done it.
Okay. I'll watch. I'll put on the list.
Yeah, that's a classic. So did you do the whole homecoming thing in high school? What was your homecoming theme? Because Australia, we don't have homecoming. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, what was my theme?
Or is it more like a prom theme that they have?
More a prom theme, I feel, but I don't even remember my prom theme. I mean, I love a classic Starry Nights. Love that theme. I think, I don't know, we had like weird ones, I think, for homecoming, like neon. Yeah. But no one would ever like follow the theme. They would just show up in whatever they wanted.
Yeah, we didn't have themes. We didn't have themes in my school. No one really cared that much, which is sad. The culture's gone, but
yeah, no, it is. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I did win King though. I remember that.
What?
I won.
That's crazy.
Homecoming King.
Classic.
Junior year.
That's amazing because we have nothing like that here in Australia. We have a formal, so that would be your year. We go up to year 12, so that's your senior, and so you have a formal at the end of schooling where everyone just gets dressed in formal gear and has a dinner and a bit of a dance. That's it. No prom king, no prom queen. So like growing up watching all of these American rom-coms and sitcoms and whatnot where they've got a prom queen and king, it's like, wow, this is amazing.
I would say a lot of Americans really, including me, really take it for granted, the American high school experience. Because from what I've heard from foreigners like Australians, British, Italians, Chinese, they all envy like the locker experience or like going to like a football game with your friends. And I mean, I did all that stuff. And I never really thought of it like, wow, this is like, people want to do this. People wish they were doing this. So
the whole college and high school sport thing is just crazy to me because I would never even known if we had a football team in our high school. I think you just kind of signed up for a sport if you wanted to play, and that was it. It's not like everyone had this like trying to get a scholarship or something to college.
Especially in the South, like the culture of that is, I'm from Texas, so like our football games and stuff were insane. People, blood, sweat, and tears into that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I played baseball when I was in high school. I wasn't acting. I was playing baseball. I wanted to be a baseball player. And like during playoff season, even when we were like 16, 15 years old, we would all dye our hair blonde. And it would just be like you're going to war. Like just any high school game, it didn't matter who you were playing. It was the end of your life if you didn't win. So yeah, the rivalry and the competition in the States is very strong.
I love that. Like actually, when I was a teenager and whatnot, I always wanted to move to America because it looked so glamorous on the screen, and like because like even from like movies like Grease and where there's such a culture of like, everybody loving their school and, we don't have that here at all.
I forget that people don't. That's so crazy.
Yeah. We're a very, very chill society here. We just do what we've got to do, go home. We're not there to like support some random team playing footy. I mean,
God.
Must say that.
Spiders chasing.
I know, I was going to say spiders.
24/7.
Yeah. Well, the sports culture here is huge, like following a football team. But in high school, not so much. Not following the younger teams at all. Yeah.
I wish we were bigger on rugby though. You guys have that.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, there's two different forms of rugby. So you've got rugby union and rugby league. And so they're completely different sports, even though they're rugby. So you'd have to watch both. But I feel like rugby league they're both super tough sports. Those guys are like throwing themselves on each other and on the ground, and it's a good sport. You could really get into that. Okay, we're actually about to have our grand final this weekend. Like, I bet the nation just stops for the rugby league grand final. It's going to be great. Anyway, so back to the story. What's your most iconic early 2000s accessory? This is probably more for you, Erin. Like, okay,
well, like for me personally, like I dress a lot like Y2K. For me, it's a thong and a low-rise jean. I mean, I love that aesthetic. I wear it all the time. And also, like I love banana clips. Is that what they're called? Love those.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not bringing back the whale tail, are you?
The what?
The whale tail.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, that might be a cultural thing. The thong, we call it a G-string, by the way. A thong is a shoe in Australia.
Am I bringing that back? Well, perchance, I wear that quite frequently.
Having it hanging out the top of your jeans.
She already dresses like that.
I do.
Check out her Instagram.
Is there anything that you want to promote while we're here? Like, give a shout out to something or tell people to go and watch? Come on, guys, this is your chance to say.
What I would like to promote is mental health. From what I heard at Verticon, it gave me a new perspective on things. So I would just say, if you need anyone, call someone. A lot of us actors, we go through the same exact things. Just because we have a pretty face or because we seem a certain way on screen, we play our characters well, we all go through the same exact thing. So don't ever feel like you're alone. That's what I have to say.
That's really nice. Yeah, that's nice.
But you can promote your work. It's okay. Go and watch that beach volleyball virgin. And watch.
Yo, I mean, yeah, baby.
And what? I don't have anything new coming out, but go watch my other stuff that I've done with Candy Jar, Billionaire's Baby. It's so slept on because it's old, but it's amazing. And Half My Heart. Go watch me in those if you liked me and Connie Leach.
Yeah, and I did. You probably saw. I reviewed Billionaire Baby the other day because it was such a good watch.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
But I'm really, really thankful that you guys brought Coming of Age to life. It was a great vertical, and I think it's a work that you can be proud of. And if it were on Netflix, it would be a really well loved and received fan favorite for sure.
I've gotten a lot of comments of like, I could see this like being an actual like story that I would watch on streaming. So that's really cool. And I think it was just like Coming of Age was just like the perfect mix of cast, crew, story. Like it was just like gel. And yeah, I think I'm so glad that people loved it as much as we loved making it.
Cast was great. Maria, our director, was amazing. Kemma, Elle, our producers, very helpful, very supportive.
Props department.
Yeah, everyone. Makeup
Sarah,
killed it.
makeup,
yeah,
so good. Shout out to all.
Yeah, they were all great.
Yeah, no, I've got to say the fashions were excellent. The hair accessories, even the streaks in your hair.
Oh yeah, that's my personal hairstylist. I actually had that hair before I got cast in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm getting cast in this thing, like I'm gonna have to go like spend more money to fix my hair. And Maria was like, hey, it's Y2K, you can keep it. I said, bet. Yeah. So I want to wish you all the very best for all your future roles and wherever your acting career takes you. I can see big things for both of you outside of the vertical stage, and I feel like the verticals are an excellent learning curve for all actors. Mm-hmm. And whether you like jump to more traditional format or stay in verticals, I think future is bright for sure.
100%.
So, thank you so much for talking with me today, and I wish you all the very best.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Peace out.
Okay.